For those of you all who don't know, I'm the groom's best man, Scott. After all these years between Henry and I, he has wholeheartedly and fully admitted and agreed that I'm not only the better man, but I'm the best man. Well, I've known Henry since high school, and we became better friends after he moved back to Indiana upon graduating from Yale. Since then, our friendship has continued to grow. I remember when Henry first told me about Mandy. They both worked at PNC Bank, and Henry described to me a beautiful young lady. He didn't mention that she was in a relationship, though. But we were both positively hopeful that that relationship would end. so that Henry could marry her. Or take her out on a date. Well, it turns out not long after that, Mandy became single. Little did we know, Mandy was equally interested in Henry. Don't believe me, you say? Well, Mandy ends up asking out Henry. But she did it kind of cheesy.
Okay, can we not go there?
Let's
go there! Alright, cut the mic. No, it's not.
Well, it turns out that Henry happened to purchase a new car.
He really is.
So Mandy was all like, "Hey Henry, can I take a ride in your new car?" From that day forward, they began dating, which has brought us to a special day. Now let's postpone the lovey-dovey business and rewind a few years back. Henry, me, and the fellas, and I all used to go out on the weekends, have a couple drinks, too many, and then call our favorite cabbie a meal, and go out to the bars. Sometimes after that we would cab at home, or we'd just walk home in our dress clothes. Hey, it's good. It's getting better. All the fellas, Henry and I, also would take a couple trips. We've been to the Bahamas and Vegas and stuff. And on one particular vacation, we placed our faith in Henry to book the Bahamas trip, which was a completely vacant hotel called Xanadu. But we had a really good time there, digging up buried treasures that we just buried, if you know what I mean. And the Vegas trips were really fun too. Our most recent one, for Henry's bachelor party, John got Henry hooked on the war game, which is pretty funny. Other than that, though, of our numerous trips to Vegas, nothing eventful ever really happened. There we go, right? Okay, well, we can fast forward a few years now and include Mandy in our outings into Louisville. One particular time, I volunteered to drive. I was like, oh, this would be a great idea. Psych, right? No? What? It's funny, right? Okay. Well, we all went out and we went to Drake's that night, and Mandy had a couple of ITs, and when we were leaving, I gave her a grocery bag to use in my car, but unfortunately that bag had a hole in it. So. Okay, I'll stop with all that. Since then, we've all had many great times together. I do believe everything happens for a reason, and paths cross, and we meet amazing people in our lives. I'm thrilled, blessed, and honored to be a part of Mandy and Henry's lives. For those of you who have a companion or have loved, Mandy and Henry can remind you of how special this is. And for those who have never experienced love, Henry and Mandy clearly exemplify what love is. I love you, Henry and Mandy. Cheers.